Hi, my lovely friends. How to handle challenges. And at first, I wanted to name this video, "With great power comes great responsibility." But I think how to handle challenges is more catchy. Anyways, mainly because a challenge is just an opportunity to own more of your power. And if we change the perception of how we view challenges into higher self being knock knock, own more of your power, then we would be thrilled and excited for whatever presents in our fields, presents itself, or we project in our fields, because anything that it's presented, we're creating it for our soul's evolution. So how to handle these challenges or these opportunities to own more of our power? Number one, trusting our inner knowing. There's no greater teacher than your inner self, your deepest, innermost self, sense of self, your higher self, however you want to call it, your point zero. Anything that teachers, me, or anyone tells you is just to point you back into yourself. If there's a teacher that is not pointing you back into yourself, in my own discernment, I wouldn't accept that teaching, because you are your greatest teacher. And our higher self, even myself included, when I project a teacher outside of myself, it is my inner self telling me, this person, it's a mirror. This person is showing you what you're capable of, your potential. So trust your inner knowing more than any teacher or someone out there that tells you what's wrong, what's right, because we're all in this journey together. We all should have our own discernments, takes what resonates and leave what doesn't. So how can you tap into this inner knowing when a challenge presents itself? Just stop consuming that much. We get bombarded every day by Facebook and Instagram and social media. And I don't know if you still use Snapchat or all these platforms where it's just like information and information, information. And our mind is so sensitive to get programmed with whatever it is that we pay attention to and give our life force. So stop trying to find all the answers out there and take a deep breath. Lock yourself in your room, or if you're working in an office, in the bathroom of your office when you're presented with a challenge, and tap into that space and ask your innermost self, your highest guru, which is inside of you or all around you, what is it that I need to see out of the situation? I surrender, guide me. Show me the way, because we are here to tap more into that higher self, and eventually we become full alignment with it, and then we don't even have to ask. It just happens, and intuitively we smoothly go with the flow of how the challenge presents itself, and instantly we know how to handle it and what's the solution. And we don't need to go and look for outside support, because you are your greatest teacher, my friend. This doesn't disregard that if you feel called and inspired by outside teachings and it really resonates, it can be helpful. But at the end, have your discernment into what benefits you or not, and take everything with, is this good for me? Is this going to serve me in my path? And just question. All about having more discernment. Number two, respecting others people's free will. It's important during challenges, because the ego or our small self would want to try to control what the other person says or does, or you should have said that, should have said this, should have done that, or can start blaming or projecting, when the only thing that we can do is tap into our inner knowing and allow the other person to do whatever it is that the other person wants to do or say or not do. You're not responsible for their karma and their actions and their words. You can only take responsibility for your own vibration, your own emotions. Mental energy, mentality, thoughts, mindset, and emotions are just energy, emotion. So whenever the challenge presents itself, remember that everybody has their own free will to choose what to do, what not to do. And the only thing you can do is to clean your side of the street, something I learned in 12-step group. Just clean your side of the street. When you know that, the only thing you can do is take care of your own self with your inner guidance and choose differently next time, then you won't get frustrated or angry if your mom doesn't get it, if your friend doesn't get it, if your boss doesn't get it. It's more like, okay, it's fine if your partner or lover doesn't get it. you can only improve or shift yourself. There's nothing to improve but the illusion of improvement. You can only go back into even more and deeper awareness of your true self, which is your natural state of bliss and love and light. And when you shift into your frequency, you're giving the other person the opportunity to meet you there, or those relationships would just fall off. But by you getting angry or upset or can't accept that the other person is not thinking or believing what you want them to believe or think, the only thing you're doing is draining your powerful life force energy and not shifting your reality for your preference. Maybe that's a beautiful gift that the other person is not resonating with you, because now you have space for the new to create better opportunities, better friendships, better. Maybe you project a version of that family member that it's more aligned with your new sense of self, with your vision of your highest life, highest, most joyful, more loving, more exciting way, how you want to live your life. So just respect what the other person wants to do, and remember that it's just a reflection game here, guys. Everybody's just taking ourselves back into ourselves. It's just reflecting what it is that we need to learn and look deep within. So it's always a gift. Take every challenge with another as a gift. I'm so grateful for this. Thank you, universe. Thank you, higher self. What is it that I need to see from this? And then keep moving, keep shifting. And whoever needs to step into your field to get annoyed by that, it's going to. And it's going to be a gift for them, because then they can do the work through your example. So respect other people's free will. Number 3, using discernment. I think I already mixed this in the first one, but I cannot enhance the importance of this over and over, because I made so many mistakes before by overly giving love, overly trusting everyone, being like, we're all one, so let's all hold hands. And in this realm, and I heard this from my main teacher, David R. Hawkins, we're not in celestial realms. We are in the purgatory. Being here on earth, it's something to already be really proud of, because we sign up for a really difficult task into a veil of forgetfulness. So we remember our ways back home, back to source, back to the one love. But not everybody is in the same space of unity consciousness. So we must see others. Yes, they have a part that is divinity, but they also have an animal self. So we must use discernment into how are we gonna take this information. And also goes back to the first one. Am I really gonna open myself for this? Should I just say thank you, but no thank you? This is not for me. I love you, but get the fuck out of my life. You know, it's the balance of love and wisdom. You don't have to say it that way. But even when we start raising our vibrations and our frequencies into unconditional love, the opposite of that is going to be presented in our fields, because now we have a dichotomy. It's like we raise ourselves into unconditional love, and then any energies in our field that are not aligned with that are going to show up. It's like testing yourself, like, are you sure that you're ready to step into this field of oneness, this sweet, delicious frequency of energizing pure divine love? And when that shows up, it's thank you, no thank you. It's I love you, but no, I don't want this anymore. I don't want you in my life. I don't want to take this job offer. I don't want to go out to this date. I don't want to do this. And it's okay to say no. In my blueprint of growing up, I had a lot of programming on people pleasing, and it took me so long to be like, I don't need to feel fucking guilty for saying no. It doesn't mean I don't love you. When you own your own worthiness, when you accept yourself, when you love yourself without any need for outward validation, or without any fear of, oh, I'm going to get kicked out of the tribe, because that amygdala fear kick off, like, oh, if I don't people please, then nobody's going to love me, and then I'll die. Because every fear goes back to the fear of death. If you get any fear rises up and you ask, why? Why am I scared of this? Oh, because then if I don't people please this person, then they won't love me. And then what would happen when they don't love me? I'm not safe. And what happens when I'm not safe? Then I don't know what's going to happen in my life, because I'm not safe. So fight or flight, and then I'm going to die. Like, I'm skipped a lot of other probable distortions. But if we go to the main like belief, it's the fear of death. So when we realize that that's not even possible, because you are awareness, having a human experience, this is one of many, many, many lifetimes you're going to live, and that is not possible. After this realm, depending on how much you advance in consciousness, that's going to determine in which realm or which kind of universe or parallel reality you incarnate next. So we're here playing athletes of consciousness to evolve and learn the lessons as fast as we can, because where our consciousness stops and the physical body decays, that's where our soul will travel into a different realm, planet, universe, celestial heaven, depending on how much karma we cleared up, how much goodwill we gave, and how much we learned. So it's important to know that. There's no need to fear that, because there's no death. The only death that could be is the death of the ego, if we get the blessing to become fully enlightened in this lifetime. But if not, that's okay too. How much can we advance, and how much positive karma can we accumulate? So discernment, my friends. And number 4, physical symptoms in the body. Whenever we're presented with challenges, usually a lot of energy moves, because something gets triggered, or doesn't get triggered, but something moves in ourselves because we're purging energies that no longer serve us. If we accept the challenge, the perceived challenge, with gratitude, and the next day you feel like you have a headache, or you start sneezing or coughing, or you feel suddenly you have a stomach ache and you start going to the bathroom more than usual, or anything that it's just an ache in the body, pain, symptoms, agony, the energy is going to find its way to flush out the body. So don't panic if you feel more weak, if you feel like you have to sleep more, if you feel more tired after the perceived challenge, because that's showing you that you're actually releasing all the energies that no longer serve you. And that's key. So some people have the belief or the old program, like, oh, if I feel sick, it means that I need to heal myself. No, being sick means that the body is already healing itself. If you're sneezing again, or if you're coughing, it means that the energy is just going out. May it be your throat chakra, may it be in the nose, because the energy is moving up to your mind side, to your crown. If you have back ashes, if it has to do with security and safety, it depends on which area of the body. Usually the right side of the body deals with the masculine energy. So if you have pains here, it means that you're integrating more of your masculine, and here in the left side, it has to do with the feminine. But the main point of this is any physical symptom, it's just a confirmation that you are expanding, you are evolving, you are making the right choices. And that's just gonna purge out of your system, because you're ascending in frequency. It's like your body. And I think I mentioned this analogy before, but if it's like a glass or a beautiful cup of the finest whiskey, you need to empty whatever was in the leftover of the glass to pure the fine whiskey on it. But if the glass has residue of dark waters, then where are you going to pure the whiskey? So the bad or less preferable energies need to purge themselves, so there's space for the high frequencies of ascension, of oneness, of unity consciousness, of unconditional love to feel themselves in your vessel. So don't get scared. It's completely normal. You are doing this with thousands of wanderers that came here for this. And just by being here and volunteering yourself for whatever is happening in planet Earth at the moment, we're standing into the 4th density of consciousness. You're already doing your contribution, so you're safe, you're loved, you're worthy because you're here. And it's important to know that all these challenges are all the things that you placed in your lifetime path before you came here, because you knew you were able and capable to handle it, to learn the lesson, to integrate the lesson, and for your soul to expand and for you to evolve into higher densities of bliss, love, and light, which is our natural state. It is what we are. So remember, my friend, embody that, be sure of that, and don't be scared. You're safe, you're capable, and you will always receive what you need if you surrender to your higher self. Everything that you need just appears in your field. That's how manifestation works, when we get out of our ways and allow divine will to take the lead. So that's the video of today. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel called or inspired to book a one-on-one shifting session with me, you can do so in the link in the description. If not, just tell me what you think about this video, if you like it, if you have experienced some of these sensations in your body when you go through a challenge, if you have used discernment, if you have overly given love before, if you're learning how to balance the polarity, and how are you navigating your awakening in this wonderful time on earth. Sending you all my love, and I'll see you in the next one.